Saturday afternoon. So most of you are probably aware by now that Sacramento County came out with a directive to stay at home if possible. Now that directive is a lot different than the shelter-in-place order that the Bay Area counties are under. So the Bay Area counties are under an order to stay in and shelter in place. Sacramento County is a directive. So the directive is basically a strongly worded suggestion. But with that being said, we want to be responsible to our team members, responsible to you, responsible to the public, right? So we're going to do everything we can to follow that directive. One of the decisions that we had to make was the directive said that if your employees can telecommute, that you should offer to them and accommodate them. And so we've been able to do that. So we made the decision to temporarily not staff the Folsom office and temporarily not staff the Sacramento office. So what does that mean for you? Well, it's the same thing that we've been asking really all the last week or so, and that is, if you don't have to come into the office, just please don't. If there's an essential need for your business that you need to be in the office and you need to come in to do something, then please do. But they will not be staffed. Stuff like, maybe today's your cold call day. That can be done outside of the office. Or you were going to meet a buyer to go over a contract. Hey, that could be done through FaceTime, through Zoom, or using DocuSign. So there's definitely solutions and workarounds that we can all do to try to do our best to be socially responsible right now. So with those offices being no longer staffed, there's going to be some logistical things that we're working through, and we have a plan in place. We're directing all courier closing packets and commission checks to be directed to the Rockland office. So what that means is there could be a slight delay in getting your check to you, but please be patient with the entire team, because the entire team is working really hard right now to make it as smooth as possible for you and your business. But there could be some hiccups and delays. I just ask a little bit of grace when you communicate with the staff. Before you come somewhere to pick up a check, just call and make sure you know where it's at. We don't want you to drive out to Folsom, for example, and your check's in Rockland, or we don't want you to show up in Rockland and your check is still in your folder in Sacramento. So we want to make sure that we get that good information to you. So just take a few minutes, reach out. Hey, I got an email yesterday. My check is ready. Just wanted to know where I should come and pick that up. That'd be extremely helpful and I think ease some frustration. We can also mail your check. Let us know if you'd like us just to simply drop your check in the mail. We're looking at some long-term solutions on how we can get around having people come physically pick up the check, and I'll keep you posted as those go. A couple things in regards to your business. The number one complaint that we get from about our agents is typically built around communication. I've called and left a message and they haven't called me back, right? Emailed, they didn't call me back, or text or whatever. Right now, communication with your clients is absolutely critical. I would take it a step farther and say you should be reaching out to everybody in your database right now and just checking in with them. Hey, just checking in, seeing how you're doing. How can I help you? If you're in a transaction, it's extremely critical because title companies have changed processes. Mortgage companies have changed processes. We've changed processes. We've added things, and things are continually going to change. So don't assume that your transaction is going to go exactly how your last 50 have gone, because it could very well be very, very different today. My advice: If you have a scheduled signing with your buyer at a title company, call that title company and make sure that they don't have procedures in place asking you not to come. I've seen a couple title companies that said, hey, loan offers and realtors, we can FaceTime you into the signing, but please don't come in as we're trying to limit contact in our offices. EMDs, you get a buyer into contract today, congratulations, they got to get the EMD to title. Hey, reach out to your favorite title officer and go, hey, I got a buyer that has an EMD, how do they get it to title? Some are asking a no contact drop off, some are asking them simply just mail, put the EMD in the mail. Remember, you as an agent cannot accept the EMD on behalf of the buyer. My whole point is communicate with your lender, communicate with your title officer, communicate with us so we can make sure that what we're doing is going to help you and support you in your business. If you have showings scheduled, call the listing agent, call the seller, make sure it's still okay. Inspections and appraisals, they should be able to move forward, but just call, make sure. Don't assume everybody's just going to do what they're supposed to do, because things might be in flux. Here's the biggest thing I can ask. Please be patient. Be patient with the team and the staff, but also be patient with your mortgage company. Be patient with your title company. Be patient with your appraiser or inspector. Expect delays in closing. That's just how it's going to be for a little bit. But here's a great thing. We'll get over it. We'll recover from it. And I can tell you this, as someone who was very much involved in this business in the crash, so to speak, of 2007, 8, 9, we were not equipped as a society to recover financially. I can tell you there's more being done right now to curb that same kind of environment than there was during the entire time last time. There's so many things that are being done proactively right now. I'm confident that we're going to get through this fairly quickly, and I'm also confident that we're going to recover faster than we've ever recovered in any time we've had an economic situation like this. So the best two pieces of advice I can give you: communicate with everybody involved right now. Make sure that things are progressing. Be patient, be flexible, and most of all, be positive, stay healthy, spend time with your family. And remember, the entire team is working hard here to support you and your business. Thanks, and look for a next update whenever I get more information.